How you guys doing today?
Good.
Doing great.
Were you nervous
Doing
about
great.
coming here today?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I say mainly because of the traffic for me, man.
Yeah, traffic, yeah.
Because of the traffic? Where are you coming from again?
Riverside area, Hemet.
Yeah.
I'm all the way down there.
Oh my goodness.
Bro,
Oh,
the,
yeah.
the bass
He's down
player,
there.
Michael, he drove all the way from Chula Vista.
Yeah.
All the way from Chula Vista.
From
yeah.
Chula Vista.
Yeah,
That's where I work.
Oh wow.
that's gnarly.
Yeah, but we're all from Riverside area, yeah.
Yeah. All UCR alums or
We two are.
We're
UCR.
UCR.
back to back.
What about you?
Not me. Cal State Fullerton.
Cal State Fullerton.
So
go.
once again, shout out to my sister, also UCR alum. Like,
Let's
go.
Yeah, yeah.
Highlanders.
Go
The
Highlanders.
last band they were also from Riverside, so it's like
Oh,
really
really?
impressive.
Oh, no?
Yeah, like a lot of
Nice.
good talents coming out of Riverside.
Damn right.
Definitely.
The scene
Yeah.
is big in Riverside.
Yeah.
What's up with that? What do you guys?
There's
What's
nothing
going
to
on
do over there, man. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
dude.
talking
Nothing
about?
to do.
They don't got the bright lights
That's
like we
true.
do.
There's not a whole lot happening. Yeah,
We still
but
got homeless.
Uh,
We still got that, yeah.
Greater LA, or you know,
Yeah. We're all
sadly.
connected.
But
yeah.
we make the
Yeah.
most out of it for
Yeah,
sure.
we're okay. Yeah.
you guys ever do any of those hikes up there? Like I know there's like these really intense
Oh.
mountains with a lot of rocks.
There's
and
some
stuff
like Rubidoux down there.
Mount Rubidoux,
Yeah.
there's like a little mountain
And even
or
like
hill.
Cucamonga Hills, you can go way down there.
Yeah, sometimes do some hikes. Yeah,
Sweet,
It
sweet.
depends.
there's a lot of brown.
What's a good food spot in Riverside?
Ooh,
Oh,
food spot.
man.
Depends
Miguel's.
what type of food.
There's only one Miguel's in Riverside.
Miguel's Jr.
That's good for burritos. Well, the Food Lab.
I mean,
Food
yeah,
Lab
Food Lab is
downtown.
pretty cool.
Riverside Food Lab's cool.
Yeah.
Downtown Riverside.
Hey, Mario's place. If you want to spend some money.
All right,
It's good
now I
Italian
know.
food.
It's not very
Now I know.
casual.
No,
don't-
it's nice.
I don't see myself around there too often, but every now and then, like drive down to Joshua Tree or something. Like,
Oh,
Every
yeah.
now and then we'll have a show out in Riverside.
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, the farthest was Pomona. And the,
Oh,
Pomona,
Pomona.
Santa Ana area, those places are popping.
Yeah.
They have a lot of like cool clubs and
we go to
stuff.
Pomona a lot. We go DBA.
oh,
We just
DBA.
promoted
DBA,
Shout
we
out
played.
DBA. I love DBA. DBA
DBA
is like one of my favorite venues.
Yeah, we played there, like 20 plus times?
With our live.
Oh, nice.
We
Fun.
just played in Pomona like 2 nights ago.
The Clown Ski Lounge.
3 nights ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's good
That
stuff.
was a fun time.
The only time the three of us have played in Riverside together was at UCR, right? UCR, the
At
barn.
UCR, the
UCR,
barn,
yeah.
yeah. That was an awesome show. Yeah.
Sweet, sweet
Like
college
on,
kids and
on
everything.
campus, yeah, the
Yeah,
college.
General Ed.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
super fun.
well, you want to get started, Rich?
Yeah, hello. My name is Richard Felipe Mendez. Welcome to Soul Tape, and today we have General Ed.
Hey, what's going on?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. Next to me is our co-host Alan with some background about today's featured artist.
Hey everyone, so General Ed is a 3-piece indie band from Riverside. They have a really big blues influence in their songs. They just dropped a live album, live from Hotel Cafe, and they also have a few EPs and singles out. You should check them out on Spotify, and let's go around and introduce yourselves and what instruments you're playing on today.
All right, cool. Hello, my name is Michael Godwin. I play bass, I sing, yeah.
Gabriel Godwin and his brother. I play guitar.
My name is Axel Bravo. I'm on drums, and Michael forced me to sing, so now I sing now.
Oh my gosh.
So I have a few questions for you guys before we hear you guys play tonight.
Yes.
So I noticed on Spotify you have a lot of live compilations or EPs out and stuff. What leads you to decide to release those as opposed to your traditional like studio session records?
It's easier.
It's I feel like it's really fun to play live together and to see what type of like live sound that we can get, because I feel like we're really interested in getting like the best like possible like live recording. And I feel like that's something that we've always been like super interested in. So we had the opportunity to record our whole live set at the at the Hotel Cafe in Hollywood, right? And that was a super fun thing to do. And yeah, I think we just like to hear ourselves live and to see how well we actually sound to people, you know?
Yeah.
How do you guys actually go about recording yourselves live? I know Hotel Cafe probably has a sound guy that can hook you
Yeah.
up with the.
Yeah, for that one.
Um,
You know, well,
but-
we bought like microphones. We spent money over time getting microphones, interfaces. So we kind of record by ourselves usually, like in our garage, stuff like that. You know.
Specifically, what kind of interface do you guys use?
Is it Behringer?
Yeah,
it
we
the-
have a Behringer.
The
It's like,
XR18?
I think so.
Yeah,
It only has
That's the one we're
8.
using today.
No.
I think so.
Oh.
We work with 8 inputs,
Oh, okay.
and we actually record everything ourselves for the non-live stuff is all us in like a little room. And we've tried like over the years to just get this microphone and like this microphone, just test it out and to get like the best sound as we can out of like a small room. and I feel like we're getting better at it.
I
for
hear you,
sure.
man. I mean, we just added the as Jesse Chaos would call it, the dunk tank.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And
Yes.
it's already sounding a lot better.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
it
yeah.
sounds great. I think it's a great decision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually argue that recording live might be even more difficult than
It,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it does get hard.
you don't have the extra takes, and you
That's
know,
true.
and there's also something learning about like something to learn about recording in the traditional sense, like your sense of timing, playing
Oh,
through
yeah.
like a
It's true. Yeah.
yeah. So I just thought it was really cool that you drop a lot of live stuff. I'm a big fan of live stuff. I've said it before in the shows, and it reminds me of like Jane's Addiction, who like dropped the first album
Yeah.
live, and
Yeah,
it's
love
it's,
that.
it's really good. And it's so funny because Rich asked a question, but it was kind of like my second question, and it was like how you guys record live. So
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go shoot through and then ask about structure when you guys write songs. A lot of my favorite blues songs, like they've started out as jams, you know, like you just kind of play on the E and kind
Yeah.
of keep it going and stuff. So, how important is song structure to you guys? And are you guys more focused on the structure of a song, or do you guys like to jam freely? Do you guys want a solo in every song? And when you guys do it, is it like a improvised solo, or like you guys write your solos?
Well, I usually improvise the solo until we learn what it is, and they're like, okay, now we can go with it. But for structure, it's usually like a 1-4-5, 12-bar blues, and then we can add add elements to it. Usually, sometimes we'll add like an extra, I don't know, like A chord or something, hold it longer than a normal blues song would. So a lot of our songs, we kind of take blues and then maybe 70s rock and kind of mix the two of them. Or indie, so sometimes we have indie songs that sound more like
Yeah.
jumpy, fun, less just pure distortion, you know. But yeah, it's pretty important to us. I think we like song creating a lot. We like to sit in our garages and play around and figure it out.
Yeah, I think jamming to us is like the main idea. Is like we have an idea. Usually Gabriel over here has like a riff, or he has like a skeleton of a song with all the chords, and then we just kind of go into the like our small like studio space and just kind of jam it out and see like what pieces we can add to it and how it's going to grow over time. But I feel like we don't sit down to record it until we've played
Oh,
it
yeah.
over and over again. you
We
know?
play it live a lot and get it
Yeah.
nice and like you remember everything.
So I want to get because we've had a few siblings. The last there's a lot of parallels to the last band,
Yeah.
but respectively, when you guys chose your instruments, did you guys were you guys aware like I want to be play on bass, I want to be on guitar? You know, the Van Halen brothers, like they switched originally.
Yeah, guitar.
Eddie was
Yep.
supposed to be on drums, so
At this point, we can only assume he beat you up for the guitar.
You know what? That is what happened.
We both played guitars before.
Yeah, we
like
did.
back we used to be a band called the Garage Dogs,
Oh my
like a
gosh.
long time ago, back in
65
when we were in
years ago.
like high school. And I played guitar through a bass amp because I didn't
Yeah.
want to play bass because it hurt my fingers because I was like a little kid. And so eventually I just practiced a lot, and then we practiced each other, and then we decided just to separate it and say, okay, I'll go guitar, you go bass.
Yeah, so I actually started off on bass when I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah.
And then I transferred to guitar when I was like 16 because it was more fun, I felt like, at the moment at least. And yeah, I feel like at one moment we were both like equally as good, I feel like. And then over time he passed me up for
I
sure.
don't know, well.
So, and then we became like a three-piece, and then we're like, you know what, I'm just gonna back to the bass. And yeah,
I can never play bass, man. It hurts.
yeah.
Blisters, it really hurts.
I'm with you. And it was until I figured out the flat wound trick. You know,
Yeah,
throw
that's
some
the
flat
flat
ones on
ones.
there, and you ain't got to worry about that anymore.
Feels
Yeah,
nice.
You're
that's
good.
all.
Nice
Yeah.
and smooth.
Get some on there.
So Axel, you're kind of adding like the rhythm section. You're holding it down. Like, what was your musical journey into like meeting them and deciding you're gonna like run rhythm for them?
Yeah, definitely. Michael and I met in, it's been 3 years now, 2021?
Yeah.
I want to say. Yeah, so I know how to play guitar and bass, but I am nowhere near as amazing and talented as they are.
Thank you.
So when Michael and I first met, we were actually in like a Zoom meeting for school. We were getting our credential at the same time for teaching, and when we introduced ourselves to the class, he introduced himself as a musician. I also introduced myself as a musician, and then when we met in person, we talked about music. We talked about him and his band, and then he invited me over to be their drummer. And I'm like, yeah, I can play drums too. That was my first instrument, so yeah, why not? Let's see how this goes. And that's been a 3-year journey now.
It's really
crazy.
great.
3 years, man.
Yeah.
It's wild.
Something I've noticed is a lot of the bands we've had on, like it is a brotherhood. Like a lot of them have known each other for a really long time, and you're just kind of like jamming out. Last question before we hear you guys play. If you guys gave yourself any bit of advice to your younger selves, if you could go back in time, what's something you'd tell yourselves?
I tell myself to stop caring so much about like making it or doing it for the popularity. Because when I was in high school, it was all about like I want to be popular. I want a girl to like me because of guitar. And then I realized once I started learning about scales and other artists like B.B. King and stuff, I said, I just care about the music more than making it and all that stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I feel like same thing. I feel like over time, it's really like the actual art of making a song and actually enjoying making it, and that is like that's why I'm in it. Like that's why we're in it together. And I feel like that's something I would tell my younger self is like, hey, yeah, don't worry about so much about like the performance, about like all these other things outside. Just focus on creating that song you want to create.
Yeah.
And do it together in a way that feels really natural. Yeah, definitely.
I think for me, I'd say practice. Don't forget to practice.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
constantly. Because if you don't, like when Michael had asked me about the whole band thing and coming over, drums were my first instrument. I think it's my best instrument. But at that point, when he had asked me, I hadn't been touching the drums for like maybe two years. So, and then when I came back, I was a little rusty, but I think I'm back to where I was. So always practice.
It's really great advice. I would also go with practice because you grow up, you have a lot of when you grow up, you have a lot of free time that you lose that you didn't realize you like,
Yeah.
and that's special. So if I would tell my younger self like take advantage of all this free time before like the adult task comes
That's
into
so
your
true.
life.
Yeah.
It's extremely true.
Practice 40 hours a day, man.
Sometimes you got it. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming down, guys. We want to hear you guys play some songs.
Thank
So,
you.
for sure.
Thank you for
Without
having
further
us.
ado, General Ed.
Is this like a big test? I always seem to fail. Fight for time to rest. Learning to tell the tale. Nearly 25 years old. Oh God, help my soul. My life goes up and down. My love's trapped underground. Yeah. With each new worry, my body turns to stone. Yeah, there's no need to hurry. Another skill to hold. Nearly 25 years old. Oh God, help my soul. My life goes up and down. My love's trapped underground. I've been here before. Wonder what's in store. Afraid of where I'm found. My love's trapped underground. Alright. breathes through her hair. Autumn's on its way into Oakland. Everyone's bundled on Gilman Street. The mist keeps the left lane open. Sound of the bridges under my feet. She don't know about original sin, but every crew has the same origin. Feel like I'm floating on Prozac, spinning in vertigo and getting no back. Winter came in with the rhythm of jazz. Vegas in sunshine, that's all that it has. Streets make it hard to walk outside when the season feels so denied. She don't know about original sin, but every fruit has the same origin. I feel like I'm floating on Prozac, spinning in vertigo and getting no back.
Okay.
Her eyes open, yeah. The 70s, they come and went. I think I saw something that I couldn't forget. Now I can see what matters to me. All this modern love that you're speaking of, picked from the bones, murmuring alone. I'll modify, I can't modify. Let me modify your love, yeah.
so much. We're gonna go to a song of ours called Lisa from our album called Spoonfed from back in 2022. Whenever you're ready, guys.
Eliza Harrison, 19 years old, decided suddenly that she'd be bold. Quit her job and took the A train, left Midtown a day too late. Alex drew for 20 years of age, saw her dancing on coffee stage, counting people in the first row, told his mom it was for sure. You got me
Forgive our weekly Wednesday
Was that having a re-
drummer company.
Yeah, like, we thought we were gonna get lucky because we came in. We usually come in and he's playing like for hours. Yeah, yeah. So we thought we were gonna get lucky, and he or she, I don't know. We don't know.
Oh,
Somebody's over there making noise, and
We
they
don't like to assume.
pure
Yeah.
practice right there.
But you know, sometimes I'll be here by myself and I'm like grooving to it. I'm like, oh, you know.
You want to get their headphones and microphone back up?
Yeah, we'll do the interview now. Second interview.
For sure.
Say the guitar.
We got to name this person though, just because.
Yeah.
Well, let's call him like I don't know, real cool. Let's call him Ringo Starr.
Ringo's
Ringo.
practicing over there.
Ringo's ringing our ears.
Oh, you got the shirt on. I
Yeah,
realized
There's been a lot of Beatles slander on this show.
slander.
Whoa.
Or I wasn't gonna say slander, but
Everything I said about the Beatles has been
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. Well,
as
we
a
grew up on
joke,
that
as a
stuff.
joke, but they don't always land.
Okay.
there has been things said about the Beatles, but I was gonna point out that like that's the band that we talk about the most on the show,
Yep.
unintentionally. Like I'm never
Oh.
trying to force a Beatles conversation, but they
We
just
love that.
happen.
They always happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, we grew up on the Beatles, us
Yeah.
too. You know?
Yeah.
He showed us it's his fault.
That's why I got the
for
Hofner
sure.
bass.
Yeah. Well, so you know what? I'm just gonna keep it rolling with the Beatles stuff because I love the Beatles, so why not?
Cool.
Which one is your favorite Beatle?
Paul McCartney. I used to be a John Lennon guy because I was all edgy.
But then he died.
Well,
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
I grew up.
We're not that
I
old.
like Paul though. I like Paul. Paul's my favorite.
Yeah.
Paul's my favorite too.
Yeah.
Paul's my favorite, man. I mean, bass player, you know.
Yeah, bass. I like his.
Oh, Hofner?
I've got his bass.
Jeez,
so-
dude, that thing. I never seen one in person.
Really?
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah.
It took me forever to finally get one, but
His first
Really?
paycheck.
yeah.
I'm still a really big John Lennon guy.
I mean, he's great.
I still love John Lennon. Yeah.
I love them all. I like Harrison.
Harrison's cool.
They're
Ringo.
I feel a little bit indifferent about John because he brought Yoko.
I know.
Oh.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man,
I
I'm-
just haven't felt the same since that.
Since
Oh,
Get
since Get Back. Yeah.
No, the video where she's screaming and
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
with
Chuck Berry.
Chuck Berry?
Yeah, and his
yeah.
eyes go like, oh
He's
my
like,
god.
oh,
Yeah, yeah.
what's going on?
That was so cringe, dude. He was like,
Well,
oh man.
it was funny.
Was it the drugs or was it Yoko? Who knows now?
I love Lennon. I don't know. I just there's
I hear
some
you.
big.
It's the lyrics,
His
man.
songs are great, and his songs take the most left turns. Like
Oh, yeah. Mhm.
Paul,
Yeah.
Paul McCartney's pop. I kind of know where they're going.
Yeah.
All the like John stuff, like "I Me Mine" is like really sick, and then it's like a really beautiful song. And then, but I actually think that's like
That's George Harrison. Yeah.
Fuck.
It is Harrison.
Yeah. But I know I know what I'm talking about, guys.
I
There's
like
a song
I
out.
like 30s jazz.
30s.
Like swing
Yeah,
big
that's
band.
good.
Paul loves that old Diddy stuff.
He's very,
I love that stuff.
very
man.
eclectic.
Oh,
This guy.
Somewhat. Ice Cube too.
It's cute. Oh yeah.
Let's go.
So I want to talk gear. That's usually the question.
Yes.
I asked after the performances. By the way, I just want to give you guys a shout out. Like, I'm gonna be a little honest here. I don't really hear your live stuff on your live albums. I had to be in the room for it because
Oh yeah.
just hearing a tube amp in the same room as like a guy shredding on one is just it does something that like the child in me is like who grew up loving this kind of music does. Like you just kind of like, and then a rhythm section's really tight. And we normally don't do covers on the show because we don't really want to get like monetized or like
Oh, I see.
demonetized or like.
Yeah.
But I did hear that on the Hotel Cafe record, and
Yeah,
I
we
thought
did play
that was
that.
a really great cover. And also Axel on drums. I love the vocals on that. It's
Great.
yeah.
it's
you.
great. Yeah. Where'd you find that range, and how did you know that you could pull it off while like holding it down?
So I was in choir for many years in like school. I make my own music as well, apart from the band. So I sing, and playing an instrument and singing is never an easy thing. And I could never do it with like lead guitar, playing bass, rhythm guitar, sure, but like drums, I never tried until I came here with General Ed. So doing that, coming here and being able to sing vocals at the same time with drumming, I think it just made me a better musician. I get more focused, definitely, and in terms of holding down a rhythm for all these songs, it's just practice, a lot of practice.
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you want to tell us about your choice of cymbals here and what kind of kit do you normally play on? And yeah,
I mean, not much, because this is not my stuff, right? Because this is all your guys' stuff, right?
Yeah, we actually bought it.
Yeah. so yeah, my drum set, like, I sold years ago, but I use what we have back at the little studio. We have some, I don't know how to pronounce this.
Zildjian.
Yeah.
Zildjian, yeah.
It's actually pronounced Zao Dian. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been saying it wrong.
Some Zildjian cymbal, one crash, a ride right here. This hi-hat, I can't find the name of.
So are you just like a fan of just what's at hand? You're not really a gearhead when it comes to drums?
No,
Or
when
do
it comes to
do you have a
drums-
preference?
No, when it comes to drums, no. I'd say, like, I mean, playing music, whatever skill you have, whatever entry you have, whatever kit that you have, you own, the very first one, or, you know, you're playing on the most expensive one, I think it's fine. You can make it sound good. That's kind of debatable, because if you get a really messed up old kit, then of
Yeah.
course not. But
Yeah,
but I mean, appreciate what you have. Yeah.
Yes.
You know, I have to point this out because the last band and the last few bands that I've had on, like, they've all played through entry level instruments. We've had a lot of
Yeah.
like Squires,
Squires.
Epiphones, you know, like
Yeah.
all that stuff. And I'm starting to realize, like, it's really the person holding the instrument, playing it.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you get like an extra bump, but it's not like the range isn't that like different.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
really just got to
definitely.
learn how to use the instrument. And I'm glad you said that, Axel.
Yeah, exactly.
The bump comes visually. It doesn't come
Visually,
sonically.
yeah.
Almost. You know, you could kind of hear it, like,
A little bit. Yeah.
but
It's very small. Yeah.
same thing with like strings. Like, you know,
Mm.
some people really like coated strings and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's
And
like
they'll
cobalt,
vouch
yeah.
for like, oh, it helps your tone, but honestly, tone's really on the style of the
I've never
fingers.
noticed a difference. I just use like Ernie Ball typical.
Yeah.
I got Dario a couple of times,
Yeah,
or
Didarios.
Diadario, whatever
Yeah.
it's pronounced. It was like $14 for a pack of strings.
Yeah,
I
expensive.
noticed no difference. It lasted a little longer, I guess.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
played Didario for like years, and I got tired of the way they came packaged.
Yeah.
Like,
it-
all of
Yeah.
them are together.
Yeah,
like,
all together.
no, I went back to Ernie Ball just for the like simplicity, and then
Oh, yeah.
I play punk rock. I'm really
Yeah.
aggressive with the.
Yeah.
It's not
I
worth-
break a string every like 3 months. Like,
Definitely.
Yep.
it's,
On the contrary, all I use are Diadario.
You do
Really?
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
And they're great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all like I said, preference. Yeah.
Preference.
I
yeah.
used it a couple of times, and it lasted like 4 months. I was like, wow, but it's
Yeah.
like, but I'm low on money. You know? My funds, I'm not too fluid, man.
Yeah. I feel like yeah, with gear, I feel like we've always been playing like the intro level stuff until like recently.
Yeah, just go.
He got a Fender a few years ago, and I got this Hofner a few years ago too. But it's like, yeah, it takes time, and I feel like if you can really make the most out of something that's not like extremely high quality already, then it's like that it builds character and it really develops you into like a better musician. I feel like.
Oh yeah, when
Yeah.
I was in
I
high school, I
agree.
knew like people that had Gibsons. They could barely
Oh, yeah.
play like an A chord. I'm like, dude, what the heck, man?
Yeah, you gotta earn that
Oh, yeah.
Gibson,
Yeah.
man.
That was me. I was showing up to school with my dad's
my
Les
God.
Paul.
Oh no.
But hey,
I was like,
that's-
check this out, guys, and
That's
I'll play
fine,
Stairway.
because
You know?
it's
Play
like
Stairway.
it's brought down to you. That's okay. But like if you just go out and buy one and you come back like I just bought one.
Yeah,
That sucks.
I hear
No
that.
idea how to play it, but I got it.
And that's not any Squire you got there, man. That's a pretty Squire.
Thank you. I
Precision.
just got this like 3 months ago or something.
Yes, the anniversary one.
Beautiful,
It's like
the gold
fi-
hardware.
The 50 anniversary
40,
Squire and
yeah.
or 40. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
it's
I just loved how it looked, and actually plays great. Yeah.
Are you?
It sounds great.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
when you went shopping for it, like, were you looking specific for that model, or was it something
Yeah.
you held?
I usually do a lot of research, so
Yeah,
I
he
was just
does.
like, if I'm gonna get a bass, I want it to look like I want it to be special. So when I saw this, I'm like, I have to get this. So I was just searching up like which store has this bass.
Oh,
And
you
I
drove
found,
late.
I
You went-
found one. And I drove to it. And I'm like, I ordered it, like, and they passed it to me. And I was like, this is great.
Yeah,
I
he
love
called
this.
me when it happened. I was pissed. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm jealous, man.
He has one too, though.
I just got like the 40th anniversary Strat, the Squire
Strat,
one.
yeah,
It's
the-
cool, yeah.
Ah.
I'm gonna switch those pickups later.
And then he got a Fender right after, huh? Just to,
No, this is old, man.
Yeah, I think it's been a while.
This is before the Player Series, so this is like
Oh,
original
yeah, way
Mexican.
before the.
oh,
Yeah.
Mexican
Is,
standard.
so the pick guard, it's a nice bright blue pick guard.
Yeah,
Is
pick-
that a?
It's mine, it's just
It's
custom.
custom?
Did you switch it out? You
Yeah.
switched-
Oh,
Oh,
well, he did it.
I'm a fan of that. I like when
Yeah.
people switch out the pick
I love the
guards.
pick
That's
guards.
awesome.
Yeah, it was just white before basic. You know?
How do you feel about Plant Express? They're not 2-day delivery, and
They're not prime.
they're
man.
they're a weird bunch of people too. So
Dude, I had that the sticker since like high school. I used to
love it.
love
Yeah.
Futurama when I was in high
Yeah,
school.
that robot's an ass. Yeah.
Bender.
What do you got against Futurama, bro?
No, I love that show. I'm just
great.
trying to like
Yeah, I
be
love it.
like.
Oh,
yeah.
So good. We used to watch a lot of it like on Netflix back when it was like. all
No,
of this
yeah.
on Netflix,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
Oh, yeah.
I did the whole binge. I watched
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
we
yeah.
watched
Like
it.
8 seasons or something forever. Yeah.
So you got a nice little pedal board there. You got a little
yeah.
skateboard set up. Jesse, can you do me a favor? Can you just zoom in so the audience can see what how it looks like?
Jesse
Homemade
Chaos
skateboard.
with the
Yeah.
angles.
Ooh,
Look at that, man. You can
Look
do a
at that.
kickflip on that.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
Like bust a kickflip here. Like
If you do a
this
kickflip right
gonna
now,
go viral.
If you do a
Kinky.
kickflip, we'll find you sponsors for a new kickboard. Kickboard.
There's no, it's so basic.
There's
We
no
got on
wheels.
Amazon just stock.
No, that's
Yeah,
sick, dude.
Nothing.
It's
you
just
know?
a piece of wood.
Honestly,
So-
we should
Oh, yeah.
update it sometime. It'd be cool.
You got a tube
Well, you got the
screamer.
tube screamer,
Yeah, tube screamer.
chromatic tuner.
Is it a
Is that a
Beat 'em up?
DS1, DS2?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're starting to get good with the names of these pedals.
I
huh?
know.
mean, they're the
It
basic
took,
ones,
it took
but-
a while, but like I'm getting there. You know, I'm always shopping around looking, and
Mhm.
I've kind of also found that budget pedals go a long way.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The Behringer pedals. Hey, people
Behringer and-
Yeah.
they crap on them,
Donner.
dude, but they're pretty good.
It's just I think longevity wise.
Oh, yeah, they
like
crack.
yeah, but
Yeah.
overall like tone wise, like it's great. And
Yeah.
I was talking to you earlier about like gigging with a tube amp. Like I just
Oh,
stopped
yeah.
recently just because
Oh yeah.
it's so much money you're traveling with for the venues that you're playing in. Like some of these
So
venues do not deserve to have a tube amp.
They don't. No, you're right.
You know, like I don't want to shit on the venues, but like
No.
Yeah, some of these tube amps are worth more than a venue.
yeah,
dude,
no,
this
seriously.
thing. He knows. He was. My dad was there when we bought it. I told you earlier. I was like, it's like a $30 discount. Remember?
Oh my
We'll give you a Fender discount. $30.
Shout out to mom and dad. We got mom and dad in the
Mom.
audience.
He's my
Jesse, you
pops.
wanna-
Jesse, oh, no,
They're over here. They're our
There-
audience.
Jesse trying to get nice.
There
There
we go. That's a
Yeah.
nice little angle.
Yeah.
That's our.
They're with us everywhere, man. I don't
Sick.
care if I'm 22. I don't care.
That's
all right,
great to
man.
have like family support. We're all for that. We're all
Yeah.
really close with our families.
Somebody had to sign the release forms.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
joking.
But
Dude, yeah.
yeah, like tube amps are amazing, and I'm glad you brought it because we've had very few here. Like a lot of people bringing the solid state or
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Honestly, like today, I did notice a difference, and I think it's because you're a great, talented guitar player. So
thank
like
you.
you made that thing sing today.
Insane. You're really good at that,
Thanks,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Took a
you
lot
made
of
that thing.
practice.
How?
He's great. Yeah.
I just scales, man.
How
Scales.
often do you practice?
Every day. I just noodle.
Oh,
Around.
and
They
noodle.
know that. They always tell me to be quiet. We watch like a TV show or something.
He's always playing. Yeah.
Yeah.
How many hours a day do you think, or minutes?
I don't know. Just intermittently, probably.
Or like,
7.
give it to us in Futurama episodes.
Oh, 2 seasons worth in one. No, I'm just kidding. No, like probably a couple episodes, like an hour and a half of just like
Yeah.
practice, you know, and then it's all you really need throughout the day.
I feel like that's how you make songs too. Is you just
Yeah.
kind of just mess around,
Yeah.
just like randomly mess around, and then all of a sudden, you hear something. You're like, oh, well, I can build on this now. You know.
Is that how you guys feel? You write most of your music through just doodling and
Yeah.
jamming and stuff
Usually,
like that?
we back when he used to live in the house with us before he got a job, before he sold out.
Okay.
We used to always like just noodle around.
Yeah.
And
I,
then,
I wanted to ask about jobs because that's
Yeah.
something that we're like covering here. We want to document like the lifestyle, like
Oh, interesting.
How do you
you know,
support
that's-
this lifestyle, right?
yeah, like this is like something that I struggle with the most. Like
oh yeah.
I work full time, I go to school, I
Mm-hmm.
help out with this show, and I'm in 2 bands, and every day I feel like I don't have a day off.
Your legs are probably dead.
That's
man.
rough.
It's but
That's rough, buddy.
I wouldn't trade it. I really love doing this. So
Yeah.
you guys,
Mm.
how do you find work-life balance challenging as a musician?
It's challenging. They're way
Yeah.
way worse off than I. I'm just a substitute teacher.
So
I
he,
just-
he's a substitute teacher.
he's-
I'm a middle school 7th grade teacher, and he's
An 8th grade
8th grade.
U.S. history teacher.
Oh yeah.
Oh, sick.
So we're all
Wow.
kind of in teaching. So that's very. It takes
Shout
a
out
lot.
to educators, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
shout
Oh,
out
yeah.
to our
Our
really
dad's a teacher too.
Shout out to
Yeah.
educators.
Shout
She's
out.
a teacher.
Yeah.
We're all teachers.
criminally
Completely
underfunded.
Underfunded.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. He could have a Fender. He's here with a Squire. No, I'm
Yeah. Seriously, no. You work and you still have a squire.
I'm
I
joking.
know. I know.
I'm joking. It's beautiful Squire,
So,
man, and they
thank
really
you.
upped their game.
And-
I want to get
Oh,
that
yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
What subjects are you guys teaching? You said Axel does history, 8th grade history.
Yeah, I do 8th grade United States history. That's
Yeah.
all I do. Which
Wow.
I don't know if like how familiar you are with like education and all that, but I could have the opportunity to teach 2 subjects at the same time.
yeah.
But I'm thankful that this is my first year as a teacher, So I'm thankful that I'm only lesson planning for one subject.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just focused on 8th grade United States. That's it.
Yeah, for me, I'm 7th grade history, so it's the whole world history, and
Oh yeah.
so we practice it and we chat about
Wow.
classes and
Unruly kids.
lesson plans, kids,
Brain rot.
but brain rot.
Brain rot.
You know, you see these kids with the cell phones now. It's
Oh
a
my
different
goodness.
time.
It's
different-
way worse than it
Don't
was.
get
I
me
was a
started on
crappy
it.
student, but history was always my favorite subject. And there's something that happened in 7th grade. I really fell in love with world history. That was one of my favorite
Yeah.
subjects, and I'm pretty sure that you guys like find it fulfilling because it's such a
Yep.
good subject, and like
is,
It's
if you-
super fun. Yeah.
it's almost like the show. Like we're documenting what happens, and then we tell people what happened.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Like,
Like the archive and all
yeah,
that.
Yeah.
it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah, I feel like history's always been something that I've just loved to see it. Like if I can see like a great documentary or see pictures or just see or just hear about this really great figure in history, I feel like that's always kind of like this, just kind of like stayed with me, and I feel like that's something that that's probably why I love to watch YouTube videos of like
Same, yeah.
like of music too, right? So like I love live sessions.
Yeah,
like,
he watches them all.
watch them all the time. So like
Same here.
being here has been like this is a great opportunity. So
Yeah, all my idols are dead. So
Yeah.
That's
Most of them, like there's still some out
some of
there.
them,
but-
yeah, they're either like dicks now or dead.
Yeah,
Or
that's
canceled,
true.
right?
Oh,
Canceled.
Canceled, like Eric Clapton.
it's
like,
so
I
oh.
love Eric Clapton, but man,
I was gonna ask if you
Yeah.
had a Clapton influence. 'cause,
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
I can hear it, but I also didn't want to bring the guy.
Yeah,
up.
yeah, it's the whole thing. I always talk to my friends
Yeah.
about it, and like, yeah, Clapton that, yeah,
He's a
60s
legend.
Clap, 70s Clap, like, come on, that.
back in the day. Yeah.
But I'm glad we're like showcasing new talent here. Like
Yeah,
there's
definitely,
that's something that has always bothered me about like magazines and like rock sites. I feel like all the articles are about like Clapton, Slash. And,
They rank
there's-
them over and over again.
Yeah.
There's so many great talented musicians, and that's something that I
Yeah,
really
there
want to
are.
showcase with the show. Like, they're really around your neighborhood. There's a guy out there who could do like "Sweet Child of Mine" solo even better and like add a new
Oh, yeah.
progressive thing.
Interesting.
Since
yeah.
we're on the blues subject, I don't know if this is true. I try to fact check it, but I could be duped. I saw something that Gary Clark Jr. said about blues, and it was something I'm paraphrasing now. It's something along the lines that blues has been kind of put in a box. Like everyone thinks it's just a like simple 1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4
yeah.
like
Yeah, yeah.
groove and everything. But he's like, no, BB King and all those early blues players, they weren't in a box. They were innovators at their time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And he himself has done some really innovative
So good.
guitar
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, he's
and
great.
He's
yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
I see it today too with your usage of your pedals
Oh,
and then the way you guys mix like an indie sound, because it's not just all
yeah.
blues. There's like
Yeah.
indie
Oh, yeah.
elements to the style, and I want to just say like that's great, and I'm glad that like blues is still thriving because it's one of my favorite genres, and I'm
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah, we love like indie bands like Twin Peaks, Fiddler, some
Yeah.
of those bands from like 2010 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Frikes, people like that.
White Reaper.
White Reaper, definitely. Yeah, so like we do like to put that into our blues style too, because we feel like
Yeah.
blues can evolve. Because like I said, blues turned into jazz, and then that turned to rock, and they all
Yeah.
kind of just mixed with each other. So
Yeah,
it's-
exactly.
It's all like one genre. Like I like bands that look at things that way, genreless music.
yeah,
And
oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's like whatever comes to us naturally too, because we just naturally listen to all kinds of music, and it's just what comes out of us. And I feel like for me and my brother playing together for like years now, it's like we've always had a similar sound over like I think we've been playing for like 6 years, like us two at least. And yeah, we've always had this sound that we still have today, and I feel like
Yeah.
we try to just keep that as just being like a very natural thing that just comes out of us,
Oh, yeah. And then Axel joined.
And then Axel brought so
Brought
much
his-
to it, yeah.
Yeah, man, the
Yeah.
drumming. We didn't have drumming like that before either, or even singing. Like we had to just rely on like
Oh,
Michael
yeah.
doing everything by himself.
It's great having two vocalists.
Oh yeah, someone who's that great too. Axel, peak.
You
It's
know,
peak.
this show hasn't been short on great drummers, and I'm glad
Mm-hmm.
we're continuing to keep that going because
It's great art.
every episode, like I look at Rich, I was like, dude,
yeah. FYI, you want to be on the show, you got to have a great drummer, man.
it's really
yeah.
like a big.
It's the make or break whether you get on the show. Every other aspect of your band, it's got to be good too. But the drummer, like, gotta try and put on a good show here. So
It's
Yeah.
honestly like It's not something that I'm consciously like looking for. Like, oh, the drummer's great. The drummer's not. But
I am.
Yeah,
I'm joking.
and then we've had like, hot and cold about, like, sometimes we can't, like, sometimes people like this and they don't like that.
Yeah.
But Rich has been really supportive about my influences and any suggestions I make. And
Nice.
yeah, for some reason, I think that's our mutual link. The drummers have to be good. Yeah.
And we're both
Yeah.
like not drummers. I'm a guitar bass player mostly. Actually got in the band and then started doing the drums, which I'm
Nice.
getting into. But
Sweet,
he's a
yeah.
guitar player and bass
Yeah.
player too, and so we don't really know much about drumming, but we know when they sound good. I'll tell you that.
It's
Dude.
tough. I can play like with very simple boots and cats, man.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
like mediocre at
Yeah,
drums.
he learned before Axel came. We had like a falling out with like our old
Yeah.
like group and
Old
then,
drummers.
Yeah, we still a good drummer. We still had a good drummer. It's just we didn't see eye to eye on things, and so we became just the two of us for a bit.
Yeah,
And he had to do
duo.
like all the drumming by
I
himself.
did all the drumming.
And it was it was tough. I remember he had to learn how to like transition and do fills. And
Michael, in the beginning, did you do the drums live when you started recording stuff, or did you do like MIDI drums? I forget.
Like
Garage band.
it was all.
Stuff. Oh yeah, we use
Shout out
Garage-
to
yeah.
GarageBand.
We record everything through GarageBand actually,
It's
and
free, man. It's
I
good.
feel like
It's a great program.
It is.
I try to do all the drums live, and I feel like we try to record everything just as live as possible, and then just do all the vocals later. But yeah, I feel like GarageBand is like a clean slate, and we love recording with just like what is the best sound that we can get from this microphone, like with a live instrument, with like a live amp, and in the room we're in, I feel like we've just gotten better and better, and I feel like we try not to like rely too much on MIDI or like plugins and all that stuff. But I mean, they're great and they can be great, but
Depends on the package, right? So if you
Yeah.
write a really good MIDI package, you can get some beautiful orchestral tones. But
Yeah.
yeah, straight out of the box.
I just love microphones. Yeah.
Your bass playing. Alan was over here telling me, it's like, dude, he's doing this. I was like, what are you talking about? Had to take out my ear in here. You're using all your fingers to play that bass, man.
Yeah.
Well,
You were
not all of
classically
them.
trained, man.
Dude, that
Thank
is
you.
nice.
I feel like, I walk the bass, with the two fingers,
Yeah.
and I'm not too great at slapping, but I try to put that in there sometimes. But I try to mix it up just like what comes naturally to the song.
Yeah.
Some requires like a pick if it's a more heavy thing that requires like some,
Thumping, yeah.
some thumping, or some bass chords in there sometimes.
You definitely got the bass hands. Can we
Oh.
get a close up of that, Jesse? Can you show us?
Yes,
Can you show us the
fat
bass
hands,
hands?
man. He has
Look at
huge
those hands,
hands.
dude. Those are bass hands
He's
right
got the
there.
Robert Johnson.
I used to play
Look at that.
basketball for a bit. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I
he was
did
good at
see it.
basketball.
Thank
Laker
you.
fans?
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Lifelong,
I'm sorry,
man.
guys.
Oh yeah.
If you said anything other, just wouldn't air.
No, this is not. We're not a
Dude.
Clipper territory.
no
This is
Clippers.
Lakers,
yeah,
man.
it's Lakers.
Those are
So-
Clipper colors, though, so you had me confused.
I know.
Oh my
It
gosh.
used to be just white. It's
Kobe all day, man.
Yeah,
forever.
They look like the those like new those new Laker jerseys with the blue and the
Yeah, like the
classic.
city
Oh,
yeah,
connect
the
ones.
city. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
You're
That's what
fine.
he was going
You're
for.
fine. I saw it. I
We,
saw
hey,
it.
we're like, LeBron, yeah.
No,
Don't get into it, man.
Don't.
Yeah, let's not.
We're
go
Kobe
there.
fans more through and through.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
100%.
He is the heart and soul of the
Oh,
city
yeah.
in
Yes, he
basketball.
is.
But
So
I
much
love-
disrespect.
I love
Everything about
LeBron.
Kobe is great, except the
Yeah.
statue.
Oh, I
Oh,
know.
the
Yeah, we
statue.
talked about that.
The,
just talked about
the
it.
typos.
We were just talking
you heard
about the plaque. Yeah.
There's typos on
He
it?
just
There's
told me that.
yeah, there's typos on
Oh,
the,
no.
the statue.
Uh-huh.
I
We're
mean,
seeing it on Monday, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to a game.
Well,
Yeah.
some
Going
of
against the
the
Hawks.
nice.
Yeah.
couple of what do you call those things? Easter eggs for you to look for.
Yeah. Well, at least he's getting 2 more. So
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He deserves it. Definitely.
There was like talk on Twitter that LeBron was gonna get one already. I was like, dude,
Nah,
he's not really a Laker yet.
I,
man.
it could be rumors. I don't know. I don't want to shit on LeBron. He's my guy.
he got us
Yeah.
a
Hey,
ring.
he got the championship. I'll give
Yeah,
him
he
that.
got
He got us a ring,
He did.
and then he's
He
like,
did.
he's broke the record wearing a Laker jersey. And
That's true. Yeah, it's like the Wilt thing.
Yeah.
To play in that arena and wear that jersey and average the 30-year average
It is
age
not bad.
at that
Yeah.
age,
Yeah.
like, no dissing from me. LeBron's.
Hey, we just always have.
Hey.
It's like the Miami days. We remember the
It's-
Miami
Don't
days.
spread it.
You know,
Oh,
I was a
yeah.
fan of him during the Miami days.
He was good. I mean, we
was
used to
he
watch
was
him and be
great,
like,
yeah.
holy crap. This
I'm
guy's-
a fan of the sport versus like the
Yeah.
brand, like having a specific team. So like I do like Luca and a,
I love
lot
Luka.
of,
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
players out there.
Some great
I
players.
was really big on Damian Lillard. I still am, but like I just
He's fallen off.
this is the last season. If he can't do anything with it, I'm
I
worried.
know.
Yeah.
But
He's kind of slowing down too. You can tell.
Basketball
His
talk,
knees
yeah.
are giving out.
I want to go back to music. Sorry, guys. Sorry to the audiences and everyone. But I have like two last questions. And this is kind of a fun trend. I want to know your Mount Rushmores, but I don't want to I don't want to subject them to just the instruments you guys play on.
Yeah.
Just top 4 favorite musicians.
Or presidents. Which ones do you
Oh,
think
no.
should have been?
Oh yeah, I mean general ed. Let's educate these.
Some precedents. We're talking about Jackson recently. weren't we?
Don't talk about Jackson. Don't do it.
Jackson was bad, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But musicians.
He would all know.
Want to go
musicians.
first? Wanna go first?
Me?
Yeah, I'm afraid.
Oh my gosh,
This will
bro.
take some thinking.
I feel like this is something I don't think about too much, but I feel like for sure, I think Paul McCartney's in there because I think he's one of the greatest vocalists of all time, like for sure, and like melody maker and bassist and all that stuff. I really love Dan Auerbach from
Oh yeah.
Oh,
from the Black Keys.
Yeah. Just
Talent.
listening to that
I love
podcast today. Yeah.
He's a huge influence on me and the band as well, and like
Definitely.
he kind of introduced me to like more levels of blues, I think,
And mixing too.
How do you
mixing.
feel about Waiting on a Sun, the solo
Oh,
record?
the
you
album!
did?
I love that album.
I love the album.
I
mean,
listen to that every
It's
month.
fantastic.
I got the
Yeah.
blue vinyl.
Yeah.
That I used.
I
feel that thing,
I have a
yeah.
signed one of those records.
He got a
I-
signed
yeah.
one. This guy. Yeah.
So I love it, but
Lucky.
2
I'm
more.
actually really jealous.
Should have brought it to the show. Could have had it
Oh.
displayed right behind you.
I know.
Sick.
I love Angus Young. I think he's a fantastic guitar
yeah,
player.
guitar,
and, like
definitely.
his riffs are amazing.
Finally, some ACD.
AC/DC.
I
love
love
on the
AC/DC.
show. Yeah.
Super like fantastic.
We
And
steal a lot of stuff from. I steal a lot from Angus Young. Yeah.
I think I
see
feel like
that.
Van Halen. I mean, Eddie Van Halen's
Eddie,
like my
yeah.
top
Definitely.
actual guitar.
Did you
player.
catch the Oscar performance?
His son.
Wolfgang?
His son
Oh,
was on the
yes,
Barbie.
he was there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then so was Slash. And,
Yeah.
So those are my 4, I'd say.
Okay.
Oh man, for guitar, I guess I'll go like, just inspiration wise. For guitar, I'd say.
It doesn't have to be just for guitar. It's 4 of your best.
Yeah,
You don't
I'm
have to
tr-
choose one of each. If you have like 3 guitar players, or like,
Nah.
If they're not guitar players, they don't matter.
Take it out.
apparently.
No, probably BB King for my favorite.
Yeah.
Ever. I just live with the Regal. I used to go to school with my little CD player, and I'd play that all the time. And I'd be like, oh. And then for songwriters, probably Paul McCartney. I just love Paul McCartney so much. I really grew up on him. I didn't know who he was until like 15 years old, and then it just exploded for me. I loved listening to his songs. His solo stuff's crazy. I guess for jazz, maybe Wes Montgomery, because he's also a guitar player. He's really good. Or Sonny Rollins, or it's pretty cliche to say Miles Davis, but he's really good too.
Do you like Wilkins?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, okay.
Sort of. Like big band too. I do like big band a lot. I swing more towards the swing era stuff, and then early '60s before it gets like modal and it's like
yeah.
really good, but like just too much for me, you know. And then last for like a final fourth. Oh no, Paganini.
Okay.
Stud. Look him up. This Caprices, this guy
I'm
is
familiar. Yeah.
insane, man. He was the first guy people thought was imbued by Satan or something because he was so good. Yeah, he's wild.
Well, a lot of those shred like Yngwie style guitar players.
Oh, yeah.
Really
Complete
They're so
opposite.
inspired by him because.
Yeah,
it's
by
crazy.
class. Yeah.
He played guitar too. He's a violinist and a
Yeah.
guitarist.
And then I mean that arpeggiatic style is
Oh, yeah.
really
Yep.
like impressive.
it's like the Mixolydian. Like,
Okay.
it's
It's
insane.
really cool stuff.
But to do that on a violin, it's
I know. So it's just small scale. I
Yeah.
can't even imagine.
Yeah,
Axel.
Let's see, yeah, my 4 musicians, right? So I gotta go Elvis.
Yeah.
Gotta go young Elvis.
In the voice.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
yeah, the
I'd
voice.
say Whitney Houston. I don't think she really played anything, but the voice.
The
Her
voice.
voice. I'd argue that's an instrument, man.
Did she?
Oh, it is,
She
it is.
songwrote
Yeah,
too,
yeah.
right?
You guys,
Like-
you guys hear Super Bowl? I forget what it was. Whitney Houston.
Yes.
The Star Spangled Banner.
Yep.
Yo, that's my favorite. I love to hear that. I showed my students that video. Yeah, I showed them that video.
That's my
Um,
dog Noah's favorite song. I want to dance with somebody.
Yeah. Classic.
Number 3. I don't know how in the know you guys are about Jeff Goldblum.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Jazz, yeah.
So good. Yeah, I was just saying
He kills it.
He kills it. He's a great piano jazz
good.
player. He's like a whole character. He has like great facial expressions. He's a great piano player when he's playing in small bars and stuff.
Have you
Did
caught him
Candle
live?
Loop,
Great.
yeah.
He's so funny too.
Have you caught him live?
I have
No.
no.
Yeah, I wish. That'd be so
too,
cool.
yeah.
It's so hilarious. You got like Whitney Houston, and Jeff Goldblum.
2024. Man.
And
That's amazing.
let's see, my last one. I'd say it's more modern. Boy Pablo,
Oh, yeah.
indie pop kind of
Definitely.
guy.
Yeah.
Boy
Mainly,
Pablo.
mainly because like that, I had never been introduced to like indie rock, indie pop kind of music, and that was a brand new genre to me, and I fell in love with it,
Dude,
and that's
see,
what made
you
me want to make music. Yeah.
You probably heard about Triathlon.
No, I've not.
Oh, you're
Really?
gonna love them. Check them out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Write 'em down.
Anyways.
That's all over.
That's a good. That's a dope. That's very interesting.
Very
Mount
diverse.
Rushmore. Very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the
All
blues
inclusive.
to,
Checks off
you
all the
know,
boxes.
Yeah. we had a nickname for you guys.
Really?
Yeah, because I think you guys applied early on when we
Yes. Yeah. We
and
did.
you know we have a short list. We really just look for new unique things and
Sweet.
What was
you remember?
No, I don't.
remember.
I'm sure. Man, there's a lot that goes on in the chat.
You named them and we were like, oh, that sounds nice.
Special.
Anyone?
No.
We might have to bleep it out because we might do something with that name.
Oh, what was
Hey.
it?
Oh.
The Blues Foos.
Oh yeah. Oh, those blues foods.
When we were young,
Blues
it was
Foos.
the Cool Fools, man.
Bro,
Cool Fools?
Yeah,
Our-
that's where we were.
My first band ever when I was like 10 was the Cool Fools.
Yeah.
Cool
Oh,
Fools,
sick.
and that's
That was sick.
it's kind of cringe now to think
Well,
about it.
you're like 10. I mean,
But that's really funny. I
Ah,
like
cringe.
that.
So,
Scratch
like,
it,
When,
scratch
when working on the short list, it's like, hey, put the Blues Foos on.
Blues
We're like,
Foos.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
saying that. I was, like,
Yeah.
what those- I was like, dude, that's a sick band name. Let me see if someone has it. I went on Instagram, looked it up, found the guy, sent him a DM, said, hey, I'll buy that name off of you. He's like,
Really?
take it. He had changed his name already, and I took it.
sweet.
That's awesome.
It's on reserve.
Because we love blues music. We jam, and he knows like I could do like we get down on some blues
Just
ourselves.
gets dirty, man.
It's great, and then a
the
lot of my
soul, man.
inspiration comes from like pentatonic like
Yeah,
style
yep,
licks
uh-huh.
and everything. So
Mhm.
I if that's the only scale that I really fuck with, I might as well master it. So
Yeah.
That's a great scale. There's a lot of like BS online. Like,
Yeah.
hey, you suck if you play the pentatonic.
Oh my
Come
God.
on. So many jazz artists play the pentatonic. They just
Yeah.
master the entirety of it, like the minor and the major part, and they're fine with it.
They
They're
give
okay.
Kirk Hammett so much crap
I
for his
know.
last
Oh, okay,
album.
no.
It's like
Really?
It's the problem with the internet. Everyone's so talented now. that,
Yeah.
like it's just
Really?
everyone wants to hear Polyphia style
Yeah,
music.
I know,
on
dude.
you know.
can't.
Yes.
It's
There's
too
no-
good.
Yeah, they're great, though.
No, it is too good, but it's also it doesn't identify with certain listeners. Like,
Yeah, you're right,
To me,
yeah.
sometimes I find it a little like soulless.
Yeah,
And-
I want like the raw
Yeah.
feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like that's what I love about the blues is that like
Mm-hmm.
they speak through their instruments and it's just pure, just raw like emotions, and it's really based around the live band as well. And yeah, it's just like you can feel like the pain and the suffering and the energy just
Yeah.
like coming off of the players.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And there's a
Um,
time and place for like Polyphia because
Definitely.
I'm,
Oh,
I'm
there
a
is,
fan.
yeah.
To listeners, I don't want them to think that I'm shitting on them
At a
because I
wine
can't play
bar.
this stuff. But
You
no,
know what, yeah.
I've seen them play at a like warehouse and like,
Yeah.
they're very talented. And then there's
Yeah.
days where I like that, but
Yeah.
I always find myself.
I always find
Tuning
myself cleaning when I'm listening to their music.
you get really like intense.
Yeah,
it's
like I
natural
can do this and that
level.
and this and that, you know?
Yeah, it like I always say that like I can be into this at this time, then be into this in like a different time. It's just
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's all about your energy that you're feeling at that moment. And like I'm feeling like I want something hardcore, I want something like really relaxing or like
want-
really complex. It's so it's like
Megadeth.
yeah, so it's like you can't just limit yourself to
No,
like
not at
I
all.
Yeah, we'll
only
never
listen to
rip.
this.
We'll
Yeah.
never rip on musicians for what
Yeah,
they do. Yeah, we
yeah.
always think it's great. Like, doesn't matter what you do, as long as you're playing an instrument. We're okay.
Yeah.
I got shit because I finally did it in the last episode. I called out a band called Skillet because their band name was stupid.
Well, that's okay.
That's
But
very bad.
I didn't shit on their music or them as people. It's
Right.
just
Okay.
but I'm sorry, Skillet fans.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Um,
They're fine.
Speaking of names, one more
Yeah.
question. Something just cut off?
no.
Sorry about that. Oh, it's
No.
me. Sorry.
Oh, you moved
Yeah,
into
yeah. I'll
all
cut
of
that
it.
out. Speaking of band names, where'd you guys get yours?
Good question. Good question.
Honestly, it just kind of came out of nowhere. Because we were high
Uh,
schoolers when we did it first, before we even
Yeah.
met Axel. And our old name, the Garage Dogs, was like some people online were like heckling us about it because these old Bostonites from Boston,
Boston.
had this Garage Dogs name.
Yeah.
And every time we posted a video, they were like, "You're not the real Garage Dogs." And we're like, "Who cares? We're like 15."
Fuck
It's-
them. They're probably Celtic fans.
Oh
Yeah,
my,
that's
oh my
definitely-
gosh. You're right.
Like
you're
white
right. yeah.
punkers, 100%.
So
definitely.
yeah, so like we were in like this like limbo of like we
Yeah.
gotta have a name. We can't just like and also like I feel like the Garage Dogs we kind of grew out of it a little bit. And
Yeah.
and I think it was us three like me, Gabriel, and our dad were just chatting about it, and then general education came up because it's just like the
'Cause
most
college.
basic
Yeah.
college name of like it's just pure education, and then we're just like well if we say general ed, that just it has like a nice ring to it, and it's very like. It feels very like original because I don't think any other band has that name, to be honest.
It's like
Yeah.
math
Yeah.
rock, you know?
Math
Yeah,
rock,
kind of
yeah.
like the Weezer kind of stuff, you know?
You know, I didn't think too much about your band name.
Uh-huh.
I thought it was not to sound mean, I already judged Skillet, but I thought it was the least interesting thing about you guys
It's
because the
that's-
music,
Yeah, you're
music
right.
spoke. But after talking to you guys and finding out that a lot of you guys are in education, it's a
Yeah.
family thing, and it makes perfect sense. And it's
Yeah.
like we said this in an episode. Sometimes a band name can be a little silly, but the music can be so great that you forget about it.
Yeah.
An example, the Beatles.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the Beatles.
you're right. You're right. Yeah.
But this is one of those examples where I think General Ed is like,
Yeah.
it's perfect for you guys. It's a great
Thanks.
name.
Sweet, man.
I feel like
Yeah.
we like to not like we try not to take ourselves too seriously too either.
Yeah.
Like, so it was just kind of funny to us because like who would name their band General Ed, you know? And we're just like we're just gonna do it and because it feels like us, you know.
We
and-
play so many weird types of genres too. So like,
Yeah,
it's like
you're
a
right. It's
general
a mix.
education on certain genres. Like, hey, we'll play like a socky rock song, or we can play like a blues song or an indie song. You
Yeah.
know?
And I feel like one of my favorite like kind of indie bands is actually Real Estate. I don't know if you've heard of them, and
Yeah.
it's the weirdest name for a band, Real Estate, and I love them, and that's like it's a very chill type of music that I don't listen to all the time, but I think they're great. And you would think that what type of name is that, you know? But we kind of went like, well, if they can be called Real Estate, we can be called General Education. So,
Definitely.
yeah.
It's a great name. You guys should keep it. And
Thanks.
awesome. We really enjoyed having you guys here. Today.
Yeah, it was
Thank
a
you for
pleasure.
having us,
Thank you
man.
for having us.
It's been so fun.
It's fun, man.
Do we want to?
I'm good.
Do we want to maybe listen to one more song?
Yeah. Do you guys have
You guys
another
got
one?
another
you-
track you can play
Oh
for
yeah,
us?
Play a long
we
one
do
or
have
a short one?
plenty more. Which one do you want to do?
We'll let you decide while I figure out the sound, all right?
Okay.
Okay. All right, we're gonna play a rock and roll kind of blues style song that we wrote a few years ago. It's all about LA and how much we love this awesome city. And yeah, I think it's really fun to play. So thank you so much. This is called Sunset Blues.
There's one thing I want you to know, just how far you want me to go. Saw you walking down Old Street, lost you as I picked up my feet. Turn around, saw the car, got into me much too far. Driving myself again, and now I can't comprehend. Oh, I'm still caught up in you as I passed Melrose Avenue. But then I saw you again, and we drove away as far as we can. Oh, got the sunset blues, ain't got nothing to lose. What's Grand Central Station, gone far from Laurel Canyon. Oh, oh, got the sunset blues. All right, guitar. Got the sunset blues, ain't got nothing to lose. The Grand Central Station, gone far from Road Canyon. Oh, oh, got the sunset blues. Oh, got the sunset blues. All right. Oh, oh.
right, all right.
That was really fun.
Well, thank you, General Ed Band, for being here tonight. It was such a pleasure. And we know you drove a long way to be here, all the way from the IE, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for showing up. We appreciate you. First time we have an audience here today. Thank you for watching Soul Tape. You guys have a great night, morning, whatever time you're watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Make sure you comment. Tell us what you think about the show. And yeah, thank you. Bye.